Hey guys. All right. Hey guys, how are you? I'm so excited to be here today. It is, excuse me, it is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. You know what that means? That means it's time to prep for Thanksgiving. So this year we are not hosting Thanksgiving. So I am in charge of bringing a couple of side dishes. So I'm going to bring those and I'm getting on late and I know that I don't have all my tools that I need here, but we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna do this the best we can to get started today. So let me introduce myself. If you are new here, my name is Jennifer and I've been with the Pampered Chef almost 26 years. I got started because I wanted everything and I stick around because I still want everything. So I love the income and the flexibility that being a Pampered Chef consultant provides for me, especially at this time of year. We are getting ready to travel the week after Thanksgiving. We've got a lot of stuff going on, but this gives me that flexibility to do that. So I love it. All right, so if you're joining me live or you're watching the replay, either one, let me know where you're watching from. I'm really curious to hear like where everybody's from. I'm in Colorado Springs and I haven't been here forever. I just moved here about 3 years ago and I kind of feel like I'm finally getting my sea legs here. I feel like I'm finally getting settled here and plugged into the community and things like that. So COVID just kind of threw us for a loop. And so I'm finally getting back. Everything's kind of seeming to be more normal. So I do mostly in-home parties. I like to do a lot of videos and tutorials and things like that. I have a fun foodie friends group that I would love to have you guys join. I'll post that link in the comments. I'll update the description on the YouTube to include that link. It's a Facebook group. I'd love to have you join us over there. Or make sure that you like or follow me, either my Facebook page or my YouTube, or you can follow me on Instagram, all the places, and you're gonna get some great information. So, all right, and if you follow me on Instagram, you're probably gonna get a little more window into my like actual life. So, but anyway, so here I am, and we're gonna make one of my favorite recipes. And I have to tell you, this is not a Pampered Chef recipe. I'm gonna kick it old school and use the Pioneer Woman's cookbook. This is her Year of Holidays cookbook. As you can see in here, I have lots of little tags, but when I'm always in charge of bringing the potato recipes and I get them out of this cookbook. So let me go ahead and get this settled. I had it all settled and then I decided to pick it up. So this is real life. Okay. So I have to use like an official recipe book holder because it is big, that recipe book. So, and it's kind of, the print's kind of small, so I'm gonna have to use my glasses. So pardon me while I put these on. But the first thing we're gonna do is prep our potatoes. So I'm making perfect mashed potatoes first. We'll see how much time we have here to get these done. Tonight I need to prep mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes. And I use Pioneer Woman's recipes for both of those. So I have 5 pounds of potatoes right here. I told you guys I was totally not ready for this. So I might have to rummage in my cabinets to pick out ingredients, pick out stuff. So peelers. If you're gonna when you peel your potatoes and you get things ready for your dinner, you have a couple choices in peelers. This is my standard to go to. I love this peeler. It swivels back and forth, but I really love it because it's perfect for peeling like this, which is typically how I peel potatoes, okay? Now, if we're gonna be honest, before I started making this recipe, I never peeled my potatoes. And I did give these potatoes a rinse beforehand, even though I'm peeling them, just so that I'm not getting that dirt all over. And then I also I'm not like really, strict on making sure I get all the peel off. It's okay if there's a little bit of peel on there. So I love this potato peeler, or it's called a veggie peeler. I love this veggie peeler for this. This makes a great stocking stuffer for maybe somebody who just got their first kitchen. They need to increase their collection of kitchen tools, or if you just want to bless somebody, you got somebody moving out, you can use this as well. All right, I'm using the Prep and Store system as well. It's another must-have for the holidays. All right, so let me show you this other one. So this other set of peelers comes with 3 peelers. you have the regular veggie one, which you can do, which, you know, it's pretty easy to do. Actually may switch to this one. That's pretty fast. So it just is a matter of personal preference. Both of these have stainless steel blades, so it can easily go in the dishwasher and not worry about rusting. Both of the blades swivel, so that's pretty handy as well. Yeah, this is a little smoother. So for small things like apples and things like that that are just going to be in your hand, the other peeler is probably better. This one's good for these potatoes. They're a little longer, so I get that nice longer stroke. I'm actually going to be doing 5 pounds of potatoes here. Now, I probably should have peeled these beforehand, before I got on the video, so that you guys didn't have to see all the potatoes. So tell me, let's do some interaction here. So tell me what your must-have side dish is for your Thanksgiving celebration. I'm super curious. What is your must-have side dish? I just saw a picture of macaroni and cheese the other day, this morning actually, and I was like, oh, we never have macaroni and cheese, but homemade macaroni and cheese is the best. We have a lot of dairy and gluten allergies in our family, so that's why we don't have macaroni and cheese. So, but we usually have potatoes. And we have, I do the sweet potatoes because my husband is allergic to regular white potatoes. Okay, and then we do some potatoes. We have green bean casserole. All the allergy people cannot eat the green bean casserole. So, but it's kind of a standard. The kids always love it. It also has onions in it, which if you followed me for 5 seconds, you know my husband is allergic to onions. So actually he's allergic to apples too, and he had something with apple cider vinegar in it the other day, and it really got him. He didn't realize it. He stopped eating it as soon as he realized it had apple cider vinegar in it, but it really messed with him. So that was kind of a question that we had not tried. We've tried a lot of foods since he's been on the allergy regimen and everything. But that is a definite no-no, apple. He was sick for a whole day after having that. So, all right, so you can see how easy it is to peel your potatoes here. This blade is really sharp, so please be careful. That's why I'm looking at the potato and not you. All right, and then we're gonna chunk the potato up, and I'm gonna use my wedger to actually wedge it. It goes a little faster to do that. So, I'm making a mess. Luckily my dogs aren't here, or they would be like going crazy over the things I'm dropping. So, okay, so let's talk about some other things. Other things that you need to have for Thanksgiving. So, or it's already, you know, Thanksgiving's already here. So, so tips, the best tip I can give you is prep as much as you can ahead of time. That is like the best tip. If you're watching this, it's 4 o'clock Mountain Time on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Start prepping now. So, okay, that is literally the best tip I can give you, is to prep ahead. Okay, and the reason is you know, a lot of recipes can either be finished or cooked in the morning. Like I'm going to get these all ready. And then in the morning, I can stick them in the oven. I have 2 ovens, but you don't have to have 2 ovens. I can stick these in the oven. And as a matter of fact, probably I will stick the sweet potato casserole in the microwave. Okay, the stuff is already going to be cooked, because a lot of times you might par bake these. You might boil your potatoes ahead of time before you make them into mashed potatoes. We're going to use the Deluxe multi-cooker today to do that. All right. So, first thing, I did change my shirt for you guys. I had a sweatshirt on earlier. I did change that. So, I have a nicer shirt on that looks a little better on camera than my sweatshirt. But I do still have my sweatpants on if you happen to see that when I move around. Because it's holiday. Whoops. That potato needs to be rinsed. At my house, if anything falls on the floor, it must be rinsed, because I have this dog that sheds like crazy. All right, so do you see how this is sticking to here? Okay, it's suctioned That happens with knives. A lot of times I'll use my crinkle cutter so that doesn't happen. Crinkle cutter is kind of like an ulu that you would have in Alaska. For all my Alaska viewers, I know I have some Alaska viewers, but that's going to prevent that from sticking. Okay, so now we have the wedger here. And I've got these cut in half, and then I'm going to wedge them, okay? And that's going to cut these down small enough so that I can put them in the pressure cooker to cook. I could cut them down, I could cut them in half one more time if I wanted to, especially like this one. I might cut those longer ones down in half just to make it a little bit easier. But to use the wedger to cut the potatoes, this is really great for steak fries or for cutting an onion into wedges for kebabs or something like that. I love using the wedger. It just makes quick work. I love having the tools. Some people call them gadgets, but I like having the tools that are going to make my work faster. This is going to make things a lot faster for me. So just go ahead and cut these this way. All right, so this is the veggie wedger. Now, we actually have a lot of wedgers. We have an apple wedger. Apple wedger actually makes a great teacher gift. You can tie it with an apple and maybe get a little bar board to go with it. Do we still have the bar board? I said that, maybe a flexible cutting mat. Anyway, so that is a good teacher gift. Also, another good teacher gift, raspberry habanero sauce and a spreader, a little whisk that has some candies in it, whisking you a Merry Christmas. The Measure-All cup with some kisses or something in it, or Smarties in it, saying thanks for helping me measure up, thanks for helping me be a Smartie. That kind of thing. Great teacher gift. Teachers love Pampered Chef. They tell me all the time they love Pampered Chef. They like it better than a coffee mug. So you can also get a gift card and add in a little Pampered Chef goodie on there. Something else you can do. So gift card to anywhere, Target, whatever. But something to help them. All right. So we've got our potatoes all done. So now I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out. This has all the cords for charging things on the counter back here. It's real life, you guys. All right, so I store my silicone egg bites in there, and we're just gonna put these in. There's a fill line in here. Tells me how high to fill it up, and that is about to the fill line. And then I just need a cup of water. I'll go ahead and get a cup out of there. And we'll pour that in. Okay. We're going to put the lid on. Turn it on. And then I might have to actually look up what we're supposed to do. So, told you, there we go. So every one of our appliances comes with a cooking guide. And so I'm pretty sure it's just 4 minutes, but I don't use this a lot for this. So let's make sure, pressure cooking charts. All right, there's meat and poultry, grains and rice, vegetables. All right, so we have russet potatoes, it says up to 2 pounds. I'm doing 5. Cut into 1-inch pieces, time 5 minutes. So I will select steam. I knew there was something else I needed to do with it. So I'm going to select steam and then click it, and then I'm going to change my time to 5 minutes. And press start. And I press and hold to have it go. Okay? Glad I looked at this because I would have just put it on regular custom. So while we're doing that, let's go ahead and prep the sweet potatoes. So same kind of thing. We're just going to peel these. Let me put this away and get a new one. So, so do you have, now for the sweet potatoes, I'm actually gonna go with the serrated peeler. It is a little thicker. It's gonna give me, it's gonna go a little bit deeper, give me a little thicker, because the skin on the sweet potato is a little bit thicker. It's also good for nectarines and peaches, mango, stuff like that. All right. So, when you, let me think here what I was going to say. If you have allergies in your family, it is really, really easy to change those recipes for allergy friendly, to make them allergy friendly. So some of the things, so mashed potatoes, what do you think about when you think about mashed potatoes? You think about butter, and you think about, butter, and you think about cheese, maybe cream cheese and cream and things like that. So I have ingredients that I sub out for all of those things. So one of the things about the sweet potato casserole is that I use pepitas, which are seeds, and not nuts, because we have some nut allergies. So I kind of take a recipe and change a lot of the ingredients to be more allergy friendly, and it is still so delicious. So we're using potatoes, we're using sweet potatoes. And so for her mashed potato recipe, it calls for a cup of butter, which is 2 sticks of butter. And I am actually going to use my favorite butter that I use for our stuff, and that is our Earth Balance soy-free butter. So that's what we use. And that Earth Balance soy-free butter, it doesn't have, some of these things have like cashews and things like that in them. So this does not, so we'll be using that. Soy is an allergen that we have to deal with. And so this is my favorite butter. I think it doesn't separate when you melt it, which is nice. I can brown it. That's not the same as butter, but the flavor is pretty similar. I don't know if you guys noticed, but this is like going all over the floor here. Okay, so when I peel these, I'm going to show you. And the next ingredient is 8-ounce package of cream cheese. Well, cream cheese, clearly, dairy. We're not doing dairy. We have a couple of people with dairy allergies in the family. And so I will be using this. I use Kite Hill is my favorite brand to use for cream cheese. It actually tastes like cream cheese. Like, I don't mind eating it just straight up and plain, but they didn't have any of that at the King Soopers. King Soopers is a local grocery store here. And so I just got the King Soopers brand, which is Simple Truth, and we're gonna try that out. But you have to be careful, because a lot of dairy will use nuts for their dairy, like cheese, especially for cheese and stuff, they use dairies, or they use nuts, and so we don't want that. So so we looked at this, and this is 8 ounces of cream cheese. It's a non-dairy cream cheese spread alternative, and I'll be using this in the recipe instead. We need a cup of half and half, and a cup of heavy cream. I just sub all of that out with the barista oat milk. Oat milk is thicker and heavier. It's a lot more like the heavy cream and regular milk, and so I sub that out for that. And then seasoned salt, I just use regular salt because seasoned salt has onion in it. And then black pepper. So that's it. Once that's done cooking, then we'll put it in a bowl. We'll put everything in there, mix it up. Then we'll spread it in my 9x13 baker, and it'll be ready to bake in the morning. Okay, so that is a super easy thing to do. You could honestly break it into a couple of things. Sorry, I'm sneezing. You could actually break it into a couple of things and freeze it. Like you could have your stuff for Christmas and Thanksgiving. You could do it all at the same time if you wanted to. So just freeze it, put it in a freezing container that can be frozen. So I like that. So, but I love the fact that I can prep it today. I will actually put everything in the, I'll just leave it in a bowl overnight, and in the morning I'll spread it into a container. So just doing the same thing with these. If I was gonna roast these, this is exactly what I would do. To roast these on a sheet pan. If you wanted to cut these into smaller pieces, you could easily do that. After, you could either cut it beforehand or you could cut it after. Totally up to you. Sweet potatoes are a little more firm, so they're a little harder. Okay, so as soon as I get done with this, and while we're waiting on this to go, and then I will prep the other ingredients, get everything measured, show you the tools I use to get everything measured, get everything prepped. So Pampered Chef has a lot of Black Friday sales going on. If you're watching this in November of 2023, we have some Black Friday specials going on. So I'm getting ready to show you a stainless steel bowl. Stainless steel bowl set's on sale. The mixer's on sale, which I'm not going to use the mixer. I could use the mixer. The Flex Plus is on sale. I am going to use the Flex Plus. That's how I'm going to mix everything together. Okay, and then let's see what else. There's so many things. Oh, the ceramic egg cookers on sale. I think I told you guys that last time. $25 or $15. I'm sorry. The little apple juice or the little citrus juicer and wedger, or citrus juicer and press, that's on sale as well. So that's pretty nice. All right, so this is ready to go in. Once we finish this, we're going to do this one. Okay. So got these. So I need to measure out 1 cup of butter. So I'll just go ahead and stick that. So I'm going to use my measure-all cup right here. I need to get me a scraper. Don't know why that's in there. Okay, so 1 cup. Probably need something that's a little more firm. What the heck am I thinking? Use regular spoon, it's a little more firm. Let's get this down to 1 cup. So this is the measure-all cup. This is the one I was telling, this is a small measure-all cup. This is the one I was telling you makes a great teacher gift. You can fill it with Smarties, or, you know, cookies or candied nuts or whatever. But it makes a great gift, okay? Especially to anybody who helps you, you know, who helps you do better in life. So you can say, thanks for helping me measure up. Okay, I love that little thing. We have lots of little gift tags and things you can do, little sayings you can use. So I'm just sticking this in here and pressing it down, okay? 1 cup of butter. It's hard to believe that this is 2 sticks of butter, this whole 1 cup thing right here. You pull this down. This cup also measures liquids, so it's great for soft things like this, or lard, or I don't know, whatever else, shortening, honey, sour cream, cream cheese, anything like that that you need to measure. So I've got this on the 1 cup setting right there. I keep pressing it, so I want to make sure 1 cup is about half of this. Add a little bit of extra because I see some air bubbles in there, and that's good to go. So we've got that 1 cup right there. Then we need half a cup of half and half a cup of heavy cream. So I will just do the solid 1 cup. I'm going to take this. We need 8 ounces of this cream cheese. So this will be good to go just like this. I'm going to go ahead and get this out so it's a little easier to deal with. I haven't tasted this one before, so maybe I'll taste this one. Tastes like cream cheese. So we need a cup. So half a cup of half and half a cup of heavy cream. So I am just going to be using 1 cup of the oat milk. Okay? And that's how I'm going to get around that. I've used coconut milk in the past, but this is my favorite for milk replacement right now, and even having cream replacement. And then we need our seasoning salt. So our salt. And so this says half a teaspoon of seasoned salt and half a teaspoon of regular salt. So again, I'm just going to do the regular salt. Sea salt. I like the sea salt. And we just need a teaspoon. So there we go. I'm going to get this all ready. so this is what I do to make things go faster. Go ahead and measure. No sense to measure later, but I've got everything here ready to go in that, okay? Then I'm gonna get our bowl out that we're gonna use. These are the stainless bowls that I'm gonna use. Actually, I take it back. I am actually gonna use this bowl right here. I love this bowl. Okay, this is the, did you know that if you host a party in January, you can get this bowl for free? So that's pretty cool in the first 2 weeks of January. So we've got that there. I'm just gonna go ahead and put everything in here. Why not, right? Go ahead and put, I'm not gonna put the milk in there. Put everything else in there. Okay. Let me show you how this works. You just turn this over and press, and it comes right off. So easy, so fast. Okay, so those things are in there. We'll go ahead and put our salt in there. Then when we add the potatoes, we'll be able to mix that up really easily. Really easily. So we've got that right there. Now, for the sweet potatoes, see, I don't have to think about it because now I have everything measured out. So handy. So for the sweet potatoes, I need another cup of milk. I also need a sugar and eggs. So we have an egg allergy in our family. Can you believe that? That we have an egg allergy too? So I use Bob's Red Mill Egg Replacer, and that's what I use for that. So, all right. So I just got a notification that I have a low battery. Let me go ahead and plug in that battery. I meant to do that before, but of course didn't. All right, so just waiting on this to go. So what might have to happen, because it's like 4:36, what might have to happen is I might have to come back and show you guys. Other things you can cook with the pressure cooker. So this is the Deluxe multi-cooker. Let me just spend a minute telling you about this. So other things that you can cook with the Deluxe pressure cooker, Deluxe multi-cooker, that you can cook for your Thanksgiving. You can steam your vegetables. So let's say you're gonna make green beans and you're using fresh green beans to make green bean casserole. Go ahead and pre-steam them, pre-cook them in here for about 3 to 4 minutes. And then, cut them up, prep them, steam them, and then mix them in, and they'll take a little bit less time to cook on Thursday morning. Also, you can, so this pressure cooker, the Deluxe multi-cooker, has a steam function. Now, if you were using our old quick cooker or using your standard pressure cooker that you have that maybe is another brand, you can play with your custom settings, maybe go to that handbook and look and see what the custom settings are that will allow you to do that. But finding a it only takes us a couple of minutes. So it takes about 10 minutes to come to pressure. It's gonna take a little bit longer because I have so much stuff in here, but it's gonna take about 10 to 15 minutes to come to pressure. And then it's only gonna take about 4 to 5 minutes to cook. And then you can release it and do your next thing. I just love the fact that you don't have to wait for it to boil. Here in Colorado, things take a long time to boil. And so I don't have to wait for water to boil. I don't have to put them in there. I don't have to worry about boiling over on my stove. I don't have to worry about any of that. This is very easy to clean. The inner pot goes in the dishwasher. Other things this does, if you're making deviled eggs, you can steam your eggs in here and they will be done, and they'll be so easy to peel. I've showed you guys that before. You can make soup in here. So after Thanksgiving, your turkey carcass, save it, crush it, whatever, put it in there with like the potato peels, carrot peels, ends, clove of garlic, thing of garlic. I just cut the top off the garlic, put it all in there, and then you can steam it for like pressure cook it on soup for like 90 minutes. Okay, and then I let it release for another like 60 minutes, another hour, and that makes the best bone broth that you can then strain and use for turkey soup or chicken soup or whatever. I do that a lot. So let's see, you can also make desserts in here, you can sear, and we also have a sous vide function. So if you have a lot of time, you can sous vide a steak in here using like our reusable bags, put that in there with some water, and like seasonings, put it in the bag with the seasonings and butter and stuff in there, and then just stick it in the water and let it sous vide. This is a perfect thing to do. You can pop it in the morning, let it cook while you're at work, and then you come out, and then your steak is ready to sear when you get home from work. You just sear it, steam your veggies, and you're good to go. It doesn't take any time at all. So love that function. And your steak is gonna be like the best steak ever because it's cooked to the exact right temperature. And then it keeps it at that temperature in the water, so you don't have to worry about it getting overcooked. So this is also good for meal prep if you're doing meal prepping. So maybe you want to make batch cook bunches of rice or quinoa, or you want to cook some veggies really quick so that you can have them to eat throughout the week. Then this is a great way to steam cook that. When we were living in Florida, our microwave broke. I don't know what we do to microwaves, but I've never had appliances break like I've had microwaves break. And so we've had this one here broke, got completely refurbished, but our one in Florida broke as well. And so while that was broken and out of commission for like a whole month, because we were not buying a new one, I was steaming everything and cooking everything in my pressure cooker. And I was kind of like, wow, I don't really need it. But the boys wanted it for heating up food, so we got a new microwave. But the Deluxe Multi-Cooker is a great way to save some time in your kitchen. So I hope you guys got some great ideas. I will show you the finished product later. I kind of don't want to keep you on. This is still coming to pressure. My apologies for being late and going long, but I will definitely show some progress later and maybe put together a montage that I can post that has everything on there. All right, guys, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving. Wanted to let you know, one more thing I wanted to let you know is that we have a 60% off special this month. We have Black Friday specials. We have Black Friday discounts going on. But on Friday, we're going to have a shipping special. On Monday, for Cyber Monday, we're going to have a shipping special. So make sure that you are following my page to get that information. And if you're over on YouTube, make sure that you are following me over on Facebook. You can message me. I will text you I will text you the information if you want that. You can text me at 719-501-2665. Text me Black Friday. I will send you those specials and the links so that you know exactly how you can save this holiday weekend. Our Black Friday shipping special is going to go from Friday to Sunday, so you have several days, not just Black Friday, to save. And then we've also got, like I said, those discounts. And then if you want to get even more discounts, host a party. When you host a party, you're going to get 60% off any item, and you can actually earn a second item. So if you want that Deluxe Multi-Cooker so you can do your holiday stuff, or you can do your Christmas baking, or Christmas cooking, or you need some things for Christmas baking, then let's get you set up. Let's get your party going. I've got a couple of spaces for next week to get that going for you. All right, you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.